So, things are tough in your relationship? We've all been there. A little disagreement escalates into a full-blown argument. Words fly faster than a cheetah on a caffeine rush. Before you know it, you've said things you don't mean. The air crackles with tension. What happens next is crucial. Do you let pride build a wall between you and your partner? Or do you swallow your ego and utter those two magical words? I'm sorry. Welcome to the Academy of Love, and today we'll be talking about the art of apology and forgiveness. It doesn't matter on which side of the fence you are. To make a relationship work, you need both. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button. It really helps us grow our community. So let's get started. First things first, apology is not an admission of defeat. Many people, particularly men, struggle with apologies. They see it as a sign of weakness, an admission of defeat. But let me tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. It takes a strong person to admit they're wrong, to put their ego aside and prioritize their relationship. Apologizing is not about losing face. It's about building bridges. When you apologize to your spouse, you're essentially saying, I see you, I hear you, and I value our relationship more than my own ego. You're demonstrating that you're willing to work through conflict constructively, which builds trust and strengthens your bond. Think of your marriage as a team sport. You and your partner are on the same side, working towards the same goal, a happy, fulfilling relationship. Remember, a successful marriage is not about keeping score of who's right or wrong. It's about understanding that you're two imperfect individuals navigating the ups and downs of life together. Now, in order to apologize, you need courage. Admitting you're wrong is never easy. It takes guts, humility, and a genuine desire to mend fences. But let me tell you, the rewards far outweigh the discomfort. When you muster the courage to say I was wrong, you unlock a level of emotional intimacy that strengthens the very fabric of your relationship. Think of it like this. Each argument, each misunderstanding, creates a tiny crack in the foundation of your marriage. Over time, those cracks can widen, threatening the stability of your relationship. But apologies? They're like the cement that fills those cracks, preventing further damage and making your bond stronger than ever. Remember, marriage is not a battle to be won or lost. It's a partnership built on love, respect, and a willingness to meet in the middle. To apologize to your partner, you also need a dose of empathy. One of the most important aspects of a genuine apology is understanding why your actions hurt your partner. This means putting aside your own perspective for a moment and truly trying to see things from their point of view. It's about compassion, folks. Think of it like trying on a pair of shoes that aren't your own. You might feel a pinch here, a rub there. That's what it's like to try on your partner's perspective. When you make an effort to see the situation through your partner's eyes, you gain a deeper understanding of their pain, which allows you to apologize with more sincerity and empathy. It's about acknowledging the validity of their feelings, even if you don't necessarily agree with them. So the next time you need to apologize to your spouse, take a moment to step into their shoes and see the situation from their perspective. Now, we've talked a lot about apologies, but what about forgiveness? It's like the other side of the same coin, equally important in maintaining a healthy, loving relationship. Just as apologizing requires courage and humility, forgiving takes strength, compassion, and a willingness to let go of the past. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It's an act of love. It's a conscious decision to release the anger, resentment, and hurt that's holding you captive. Think of it like this. Holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It only hurts you in the end. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is like a healing balm that soothes old wounds and allows love to flow freely once more. Forgiving someone, especially when you've been deeply hurt, can be incredibly difficult. It's not something you do overnight. It's a process, a journey that requires patience, understanding, and a whole lot of grace, both for yourself and your partner. Now, in order to truly forgive, you have to let go of the past. Remember that forgiveness is not a one-time event. It's a process. There may be times when those old hurts resurface, threatening to drag you back into the abyss of resentment. That's okay. It's normal to have those feelings. The key is not to dwell on them. Don't allow them to take root and poison your heart. Think of resentment like a weed. It thrives in the darkness of anger and bitterness. But when you shine the light of forgiveness upon it, it withers and dies. Each time those negative emotions pop up, remind yourself that you've chosen to forgive. Now, nobody is saying that forgiveness is easy. Trust is the cornerstone of any strong relationship, especially marriage. When that trust is broken, whether through a major transgression or a series of small betrayals, it can be incredibly difficult to rebuild. But just like Rome wasn't built in a day, rebuilding trust takes time, patience, and a whole lot of effort from both partners. Think of trust like a beautiful mosaic. It's made up of countless tiny pieces, each one representing a moment of honesty, integrity, and follow-through. When trust is broken, it's like shattering that mosaic into 1,000 pieces. It can feel overwhelming to even begin to pick up the pieces, let alone try to put them back together. But here's the good news. It is possible to rebuild trust. It requires both partners to be fully committed to the process, willing to be vulnerable, and open to communication. You also need to realize something about forgiveness. It's not only about words. We've all heard the saying, actions speak louder than words. And nowhere is this truer than in a marriage, especially when it comes to rebuilding trust after a betrayal. While a sincere apology is a crucial first step, it's only the beginning. To truly heal the wounds of the past and move forward together, those apologies need to be followed by consistent actions that demonstrate genuine remorse and a commitment to change. Think of it like this. Imagine you accidentally spill coffee on your partner's favorite shirt. You could apologize profusely, but would that be enough? Probably not. You'd likely offer to clean the shirt, maybe even buy them a new one. You'd take action to right your wrong. The same principle applies to rebuilding trust in a marriage. When it comes to love and marriage, words are important, but never underestimate the power of nonverbal communication, especially physical touch. A warm embrace, a gentle caress, a loving kiss. These small gestures can speak volumes, conveying comfort, reassurance, and deep emotional connection. Think of physical touch as its own love language, one that can be incredibly healing, especially in the aftermath of an argument or a betrayal. When you're feeling hurt, angry, or disconnected from your partner, sometimes words just aren't enough. Sometimes what you really need is to feel the warmth of their embrace, the reassurance of their touch. Physical affection releases oxytocin, often referred to as the cuddle hormone, which has been shown to reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and promote feelings of bonding and connection. So, the next time your partner is feeling down, reach out and give them a hug. Hold their hand while you're walking. And to top it all off, it doesn't hurt to lighten up the mood. Laughter truly is the best medicine, even when it comes to marriage. After all, life is too short to be serious all the time, right? Incorporating humor into your relationship, even during challenging times, can be incredibly beneficial. It can help to diffuse tension, lighten the mood, and remind you both that you're on the same team. Now, I'm not suggesting that you make light of serious issues or crack jokes at your partner's expense. That's a recipe for disaster. It's about finding those little moments of levity, those shared jokes and silly inside jokes that remind you why you fell in love in the first place. Think of humor as a pressure valve on a pressure cooker. When things get heated, a little bit of laughter can help to release some of that pent-up tension, preventing a full-blown explosion. It allows you to step back from the situation, gain some perspective, and approach the issue with a calmer, more lighthearted attitude. Well, folks, we've covered a lot of ground in this video, from the importance of genuine apologies and forgiveness to the power of physical touch and humor in marriage. But if there's one key takeaway I want you to remember, it's this. Communication is the lifeblood of any healthy relationship. Think of your marriage like a beautiful garden. Just like a garden needs constant nurturing, watering, weeding, fertilizing to thrive, so too does your marriage require ongoing attention, care, and open communication to flourish. Did you ever experience a situation in your life that required a heavy dose of apology or forgiveness? Comment down below. There are people out there who need our support. And if you didn't do it already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It'll help us grow our community even further. If you want more videos like this one, please check the videos popping on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, here at the Academy of Love.